Red Wings Live is presented by Arby's. Try Arby's King's Hawaiian Roast Beef Sandwich back for a limited time at Arby's. Well, thanks for spending part of your Thanksgiving Eve with us alongside Darren Elliott and Chris Osgood. I'm Mickey York. Wings and Bruins coming up from the Joe at the bottom of the hour. This will be the third meeting between the two teams this season. They split the first two, but when they last played, the Wings turned in one of their better performances of the season.
Yeah, they most certainly did. They got inside the Boston Bruins, who have a tough physical team, and they will take away the front of the net, take away the inside. The Red Wings did a great job of only doing that, but making things hard on the huge man, Chara, and getting to their goalie, Rask, who's one of the better goalies in the league. They got to get pucks to the net like they did that game and create traffic in front of them and be stout defensively the same way they were that game.
Yeah, and take a look at what they did on the back check. There's Dan Cleary. Back pressure was really, really important in that game defensively. And there again, there's the next wave. Good aggressive stick there by Drew Miller. Pressure's up ice, reads the situation. There again, Pavel Datsyuk, great job in the neutral zone. Offensively, this is what you're talking about, Ozzy. Inside, look at that. There's 4 guys, and the 5th guy's going to show up right there. You got 5 Bruins, but the Red Wings got inside position, got pucks to the net as a result. They continued to attack. I like their aggressiveness, and this is one right here, what you say. Get them turned. Take the attack right to Chara. And that's a beautiful play. So that was one of the things. They weren't afraid to take the attack to Zdeno Chara. Did you notice that? We put him in there. All 3 goals against. There's the big man on the ice.
Well, way to get him stirred up, right? Not only do the Wings have a chance to win back-to-back games against the Bruins, they can win 2 straight for the first time since November 2nd. Who doesn't enjoy a little roll with their Thanksgiving meal, with the Thanksgiving puns being served up faster than a gravy bowl? Let's send it out to a guy with all the fixins, John Keating. I'll stop now.
All right, happy holiday to you guys in the studio. Back to you shortly. You've seen the cartoon where the guy knocked out has X's for eyes and the little birds flying around his head. Well, it's not that bad for Pavel Datsyuk, but if he doesn't have a concussion, he has a concussion's brother. He won't play tonight, nor will he play on Friday. The Wings will be very careful with him, as they should be, but this time they're playing against a team that is the best team in the conference.
It is a different look in this team when he's not playing. You know, he plays so many minutes, plays in all situations, and you know, he's our best player. And we don't have that. It's everyone got to chip in. You know, it's you can't. It's impossible to replace him, and but we just got to do our best to play without him. I've been talking to him, and it's tough to see him when you know he wants to go, but he knows he can't go, when it is your head like that, you gotta be cautious, and you gotta wait it out.
Todd Bertuzzi will also miss his 3rd straight game for the Wings. Think ahead till April 2nd. You'll be through all the holidays, and you will have found out then whether you got what you wanted or didn't get, and the validation will be set as to whether or not officially you were naughty or nice. That's the next time the Wings and Bruins will play tonight, their 3rd meeting of the season. With more on the matchup, let's head downstairs. The never naughty Trevor Thompson joins us. T.
Well, thank you, John. In the 3rd meeting of the season, but their first here at the Joe. They split the first 2 in Boston with Jonas Gustafsson, who's getting the start here tonight, getting the win in the last time they played each other. However, this is a very stingy Bruins team they're going to face tonight. They've given up the fewest goals in the East and the 2nd fewest overall in the NHL. They're also 6-3 on the road, so the Wings know they've got their work cut out for the visitors tonight.
You look to probably get a little bit more pucks to the net than you normally do. Shooting at all angles, getting bodies in front of the net, make it hard on the goalie. Like you said, great defense, good goalie, so you got to find a way to get it in deep and get some traffic in front, get some second chances.
When you're playing a team like Boston, I think you know the depth they have and the team they have a really good team. And as you said, they perform really well defensively, and we haven't maybe done as good as offensively. But I think for us and the players we have here, I think it's a big challenge for us, and I think that this is the kind of games that we kind of get better.
So as I mentioned, Gustafsson is the guy in net against the Bruins here tonight, looking for back-to-back wins. He picked up the win against the Sabres on Sunday. If he and the Red Wings can get a win tonight, they'll finally push that home record above 500 as they continue to roll on this season. John, back up to you.
There's the lovely Trevor Thompson back with us a little bit later in Red Wings Live. Every night here, it's like an election in Cuba. There could be a landslide, and you could be a part of the voting. Just text us your pick for the McDonald's player of tonight's game to FSDET or vote online at FoxSportsDetroit.com. The voting presented by the new premium Southwest McWrap. Final results later tonight. Sometimes you just need some dink and doink. A puck that hits somebody and eludes somebody else. The Wings, to a man, feel like they've been under-doinked this season. But a post-doink goal can get you going. We'll talk of that next. With a season that hasn't gone as hoped, you could make the case that the Wings needed Tuesday as much as the kids did. A reminder of what's important. The team made their annual pre-Thanksgiving visit to Children's Hospital in downtown Detroit. Many of these kids will spend the holiday there hooked up to machines and uncertain futures. They are the battlers. They are the warriors. And the Wings fully salute their courage. Wings and Bruins upcoming on this Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Let's be honest. Some hockey games come down to pachinko, you know, where things just sort of knock around and you wait and see if you've won. There are marriages that are like that, you know, off somebody else and in. Well, that's the difference for the Red Wings right now. A bounce that goes for them or against. In their last game Sunday in Buffalo, a 1-1 game was decided by this bit of randomness. Johan Franzen pushed forward, hit a skate and a stick and a body, and went past Ryan Miller. The Wings added an empty netter and won it 3-1. And it's fascinating that that bit of physical fortune can change a team's week and perhaps get them going.
That was a big goal for us. You know, no matter if it's tic-tac-toe or hits a leg and goes in, those are the type of bounces we need, and we really haven't been getting as of late. And a little puck luck around the net is huge, and that can be the type of bounce that turns things around, and all of a sudden pucks start going in all over the place. It's a goal that we needed. You know, we worked hard for a lot of those goals that we scored the other day. That was one of them. Good to see, you know, a hard-working, fluky goal go in. Kind of, you know, you said, uplifts the team. Leads us to a win, and you know, hopefully can get us on the right track. And the feeling was pretty good in the dressing room last game, so hopefully that'll carry on through this game, and we'll see that hard work can pay off. And as long as we're getting pucks to the net, anything can happen.
Franzen with a goal and an assist on Sunday, and especially with Datsuk right now. The Mules game is huge right now, and that win helped the Wings remain within arm's length of the Bruins in the Atlantic Division. With a holiday tomorrow, there is so much for which to be thankful. Certainly so for the just extended Jonathan Ericsson, and the guys in the studio offer their own brand of hockey thanks. When we continue in a moment.
And Jonathan Ericsson will break bread and be able to count plenty of it at tomorrow's Thanksgiving feast. Big E signed a contract extension with the Wings today that'll keep him in Hockey Town through the 2019-2020 season. He's played 292 games in Detroit with 62 career points and a +14 rating, and feels the new deal is a giant vote of confidence from the organization.
They believe in me, of course, and they want me here, and as much as I want to be here, and it's never been a question for me, at least for wanting to stay here, and I really like it both on and off the ice. So for me to get this done right now, it means a lot too, because on the security, to be able to stay here and don't have to worry about anything in the summer, to if I'm going to stay or if I have to go somewhere else. So that's a really good feeling.
So we can guess what Jonathan Ericsson will be thankful for tomorrow. But what about the rest of the Wings? Chris Osgood and Darren Elliott, uniquely qualified to speak on this subject. So imagine this, guys. The Wings sitting down to say grace tomorrow in Mike Babcock's dining room. What's the first thing the guys will be thankful for?
I'd say it's having the chance to play here. For starters, to be in the National Hockey League. But just having Z, Pav, Hank on your team, Cronwell, best players in the league, obviously. To me, two of the best 1-2 combination in the National Hockey League, along with one of the best defensemen. A lot of forwards know that guy. He's been Cronwell before, but these two, for me, the best two Pavel Datsuk cutters that ever make this team, give them a chance to win night in and night out. That's what I'm thankful for with these guys, and I imagine their teammates are the same way.
And with Cronwell, we show him scoring here, but he's +7 on the season, going up against the opposition's top offensive players every single night, playing roughly 25 minutes a night. He's having a fantastic season on the blue line.
And that's a good start, but after the stuffing and sweet potatoes make the rounds, what's next on the list?
moved to the Eastern Conference for a lot of reasons, right? I mean, let's be honest.
We're all thankful for that.
Fans as well. It hasn't seemed like it yet because we haven't seen very much of the Eastern Conference. So many games being played out west. But right now, only the Boston Bruins from the Eastern Conference would be in the playoff picture out west. So right now, there's lots of reasons to be thankful to be in the East.
And I look at the travel schedule, a lot easier.
You would know better than anybody.
In the East, no more of those trips. Probably the hardest road trip in the National Hockey League now is the Anaheim, San Jose, LA trip. Tough teams physically beat you up even when you come out of there with a couple of wins, if you're lucky. But now they don't have to do all these trips 2 times over, and that's going to be a big advantage for them going into the playoffs this season.
All right, I'll take a turkey leg, please. Certainly the Wings have more to be thankful for than just that.
Yeah, they sure do. Danny DeKeyser, for me, one of the best young defensemen in the National Hockey League. And I'm thankful, and so is the team, for him coming over. He chose the Red Wings. He was a free agent. He's almost like their first-round draft pick that they have never had, that early first-round pick that they had an opportunity to pick. This guy would have been that high of a pick for the Red Wings, and this is their first round, and they're fortunate and very lucky to have him.
He's out of the lineup right now, but he just made that defensive play you saw and then made the outlet pass, starting to show some offense before his injury. I don't think they could ever have expected him to be this effective, this efficient. When Jonathan Ericsson went out of the lineup, they found out what they truly had. He grabbed, as Coach Mike Babcock likes to say, the opportunity.
Wise beyond his years. I'm getting stuffed on all this goodness. Anything else?
Yeah. I'll speak on behalf of the backup goalie union, that portion of it. And Jonas Gustafsson right now has been fantastic this year. I'll put him in the category of veteran backups. J.S. Giguère, Peter Budaj, and Brian Elliott. Put Gus in there. He's already been the first star of the week in the National Hockey League. 5-0-1, very effective. And for the games played, very, very productive.
Yeah, I'm most impressed this season with him. He's making the big saves at the right time. 926 save percentage. And he's earned, and he has the respect and confidence of his teammates now, and that's big as a backup goalie to have your teammates and know that they're confident when you're in there.
Yeah, because Mike Babcock said last year, short season, he was always injured. I didn't even get to know him. Well, he's knowing him now.
Yeah, we'll talk more about him a little later on in the show. You know, I'm thankful just to be here with you guys.
Oh, thanks,
and that's
guys.
you know, we'll hug it out during the break. Also happy to send it back to John Keating next. He will have the tale of a local kid making waves in Boston as well as around the NHL. More on Livonia native Corey Cruz on RedWingsLive. Continue.
Like a Chevy Chase movie. Doctor. Mike Babcock said he was truly humbled. The Wings head coach flew to Montreal, where his alma mater, McGill University, Monday night bestowed upon him an honorary doctorate of laws in a ceremony that is now near the top of Babcock's all-time list of thrills.
The honor is unbelievable. It's bestowed upon you by the university you went to, and you know, it's a top-rate university in the world, and so you're humbled and proud and all those things. But to have the opportunity to go and then speak to the kids yesterday for me was a very, very special thing, and just to watch the pageantry of the ceremony and the whole thing. I know my mom would be proud and my dad would be too, and I'm very proud. It's something I would have never dreamed of or expected. McGill University has been a huge part of my life and helped me build a foundation for myself and get started, and I'm thankful.
So congrats to Mike Babcock. Maybe it was for the best that the coach was busy and didn't see the end of the game involving the team that he'd play next, the Boston Bruins. They had a lead on Pittsburgh, and then with 0.2 of a second to go, Sidney Crosby tied it. That sent them into overtime, where the Bees promptly won it in extra time, and so they flowed into Detroit on all kinds of fuzzy emotions. It's our look around the league, brought to you by Xfinity, and it was only a half minute after Crosby forced overtime that Livonia's Torrey Krug ended it. A wicked slapper, and the Bruins pick up the extra point, winning on the road, thanks to the kid who is no longer being written off as not an automatic NHL prospect. He's not a prospect because he's proven to be a player. And the former Spartan might have played more games here at Joe Louis Arena than he has at the Bruins rink. He comes home tonight on this Thanksgiving Eve with a chance to play for the Bruins against the Red Wings, and with more on his story, Trevor rejoins us. T.
John, in the media guide, he is generously listed at 5'8", 180 pounds. You could call him the little engine that could, and boy, can he. Last year in the playoffs, he became the first rookie defenseman in NHL history to score 4 goals in his first 5 games. And as a rookie during the regular season, he's picked up right where he left off. His 7 goals tied for the most for any defenseman in the league. His 15 points give him the most by any defenseman in the league, and he's also got 7 points on the power play. This kid's dangerous, and I asked him the secret to his success.
Confidence. I think my game is always about confidence, and to come into this season and pick up where I left off was a big a boost for me. And our team keeps winning games. It's always a lot more fun playing hockey when you win games.
When you've got the skill set that you do, you come into a team like this, what's the learning curve, and how do you earn a coach's trust?
Well, you keep things simple. If you try to do too much, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, and you're gonna become vulnerable. So you got to make sure you keep the game simple, and I learn a lot of that from my teammates. They do a great job of thinking the game in a way that puts yourself in successful situations, and you got to continue to do that.
He's coming into this game riding a 3-game point streak, and he also had a goal and an assist for his first multi-point game in the regular season in the NHL against the Wings back on October 5th. So they'd better keep their eye on him in his homecoming here tonight, John.
All right, Pavel Datsyuk, one of his favorite players. He won't have to worry about facing Pavel Datsyuk tonight. But if the Red Wings come up with a blessed hat trick in tonight's game, you always know that the next day you can bring a copy of the scoring summary to any Arby's, and you'd receive a free small order of curly fries. His offensive brilliance missing the Wings will have to count on a solid performance from their goalie tonight, but in a somewhat surprising move, it's not the starter who will play. We'll talk of the monster decision made when we continue in a Scotia. Jonas Gustafsson plays with a style that conjures up memories somewhere between Dominik Hasek and Johnny Knoxville. He's not fluid, but he is successful, and after a much-needed win Sunday in Buffalo, the Monster gets the start against the Bruins tonight. He's 5-0-1 in his 6 starts so far this season, and yet as Mike Babcock reminds us of that, he also points out that this team will go as far as Jimmy Howard can carry them. Lately, that's been not far at all, and so Howie will get a chance to watch and work on his game, while Gustafsson will start against the powerful Bruins here tonight.
It's nice to play. That's where you're a goalie and a player. You want to go out there and compete, and so I'm just trying to take advantage of the opportunity.
Describe your confidence level right now.
I think it's good. I mean, I think as a team too, we've been playing pretty good. We haven't always got the 2 points, but I feel like we're improving, and that helps me too.
You had a great game in Boston when you beat them last time you faced them. What do you take away from that game that maybe you can use this time?
I mean, I think every game is a new game. You can't really look back at what you've done in the past. You got to be ready for pretty much anything. I know they're a good team, and they got some guys that can really shoot the puck too. So you just got to be ready and try to read the play pretty good.
He'll have to be good tonight because the Bruins are the stingiest team in the NHL. Back to our Fox Sports Detroit studios. Back to Mickey and Ozzy and Darren. Gentlemen.
All right, John, thank you very much. Yes, so Gustafsson making his 2nd straight start in that tonight. Mike Babcock says no goalie controversy, but is he sending a message to Howie?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just giving him a night off mentally and physically, rest him up a bit. After Thanksgiving, he's going to jump right back in there against Long Island, and he should be ready to go.
He has a career long 7-game streak without a win, so it's just get him rested, get him ready, and when the next time in there, he'll be fresh.
All right, so Monster gets the call tonight. Wings and Bruins about to get it going at the Joe. We'll see you back here during the intermissions and again after the game on Red Wings Live. Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond with the call next. Enjoy the game, everybody.